all for listening to trades, and I think that takes us into our next segment.
The trade cage. All right, so the last one went over so well, about 1,000 views on that. People really digging these hypotheticals. It is the bane of Pich's existence. He does not like it. He has to do a meditation after every time just to calm his psyche down because he's not a man that likes to live in the hypothetical future.
I'm a man of facts. I just told you about unicorns.
Yeah, they're not real,
Not
Pich.
real.
None of these trades are real, but we're still going to go through them, Pich.
Okay.
So the first one, these are all proposed by you beautiful people out there. Again, if you have trade ideas, if you have any just posts that you want to get our attention on, at @court_cousins on Twitter and Instagram are the best places to get at us.
Wait, are ugly people not submitting stuff, or are you just saying everyone is beautiful?
Every Magic fan is beautiful, man.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Yep, that's good.
Because I wanted facts.
You're going to hate this segment then.
All right, let's do it.
Ellis Durrell in
weird.
Magic Nation says, we need to get on the phone with Detroit and do that sign and trade with Bagley III for Bamba. They want him anyways. The bag is way better than Bamba. Or they can have our 2 seconds for him as far as I'm concerned. What do you think, Pich? What do you think about Marvin Bagley III and him on the roster? Do you think it's worth it to do this type of move with Bamba? Because Marvin Bagley is a restricted free agent just as the same as Bamba is.
Yeah, I like Bagley's game. I liked it in college. I didn't see him much with Sacramento, but when I did, I wasn't super impressed. It just didn't seem like he fit in too well in this roster. But I mean, let's be honest. If you're not a Kings fan, were you watching the Kings to like scout Marvin Bagley? Probably not. Yeah. So I think in the right setting, he could really blossom. I don't know if it's with us. I don't know as though I'd want Bagley over Bamba at this point. I think Bamba's camaraderie with our squad and his ability to stretch the floor I like better. Bagley is not going to go out and shoot threes at all. He's like a true power forward, which I love. But we kind of got Wendell doing that, and then we're about to draft another big guy who can probably board inside. I'm kind of a little bit more for us bringing Bamba back, so I don't really love this deal. But if we did it, I'm not ripping the ball in half.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are both in the same position, or they must have been the same or similar draft year. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, so they're both up for after their rookies. Neither of their teams were so hot on them that they decided to extend them. So it just seems like kind of a lateral move to me here. You're not.
I feel if I'm Detroit and I'm going to be I've got Cade and I've got Sadiq Bey and I've got whoever's coming in, probably like Jaden Ivey or some other backcourt player. I think I want the bag.
Really? Okay. I just don't think his game. I mean, I just looked at highlights, everyone, so I am by no means a Marvin Bagley expert. But the highlights that I looked at just showed that he was kind of like an inside guy, the true power forward, as you said. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, Pich, but that's a dinosaur. That's extinct these days. It's clogging
you still need some inside presence of some sort.
You need some inside presence, yeah, sure. So I guess if you have a stretch five, sure. Then your 4 can be the rebound, but then isn't he a center? I don't know.
And they don't really have that because they have Stu Beef at center, but
right.
I think
got Luka
ultimately
Garza,
Bagley probably should be coming off the bench for a team, but I don't think he wants to do that.
Right.
But like a championship team, I think he's a 7th or 8th guy on the bench. He's on the bench squad when they come out, and I think he'd be very solid at that. But I think he wants to play like starter minutes. I don't think he's getting that with us.
I don't think Bamba's going to get that with us either next year. I think both of these guys are in the same position. They both want to be starters, but I just think they're about to come in.
I think Bamba would do better on our bench because of his familiarity with the team already.
Yeah. If it's a choice between these two, give me Bamba. And me and Bamba.
I do know you.
Not the largest supporter.
I've seen a thumbnail that says I'm done with Mo Bamba. So, yes.
All right. Next one is in the Facebook group Orlando Magic #4 Life.
Mo.
What are your thoughts? The Magic modernize from, the sign and trade, OG Anunoby for Mo Bamba, Chuma Okeke, and a 2023 first-round pick via Chicago.
This is a trash offer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it for any one of those things, let alone all three.
You don't
this
like
just seems
Og,
ridiculous to me.
You're
I do
not
not like
supporter?
Og. He gets numbers on the Raptors because they need someone to do it there. I don't see where he fits in on our roster. I definitely don't like it at the expense of Chuma Okeke and Mo Bamba and our first-round pick from Chicago. I want that first-round pick from Chicago. I don't think the Bulls are going to be that good next year, especially if Levine walks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know too much about Og. I mean, 17 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists.
He's mid.
Shot 36 from beyond the arc and 44 from the field. We compare that to Chuma. I know that Og's going to have more points. OG had more points for sure. Chuma's only putting in 8 points, but then again, OG was getting 30+ minutes a game, and
right.
Chuma's getting 25.
Not. Right.
So if you add another 8 minutes to Chuma, he'd probably be more in the like 12 to 14 points per game area, and he's not as focal point of a scorer as OG Anunoby was on the Raptors. I mean, Chuma had a down kind of year from 3, but came on late. Yeah, he had kind of a down year, but I want to stick around, and I want to see Chuma year 3. I want to see Chuma year 3. I don't want to give up on him.
Me too.
And yeah, OG Anunoby, he's in his 5th year. So he's on, I don't know where his contract status is. That would play into it too. I don't want to get, with our young team, I don't want to get too much into guys that are already in their kind of maturation space where they're getting larger money. I kind of want to see how these guys shake out a little bit before we start trading them away.
I feel the same because in Orlando Magic's past, we've gotten rid of some guys before they kind of hit their peak of goodness. And I think we don't want to see that happen again with any player. And to me, honestly, I feel like Chuma and OG is almost like a 1-for-1.
Maybe, yeah.
Potentially, but I'd rather have Chuma in the role he's in now. It's just too many things for the one player he's not an all-star. I'm not giving up a first-round pick and 2 of my best bench guys for a guy that he's not even going to be an all-star.
The thing I do like about OG Anunoby is that he's 6'7", he plays the small forward, and that is, I think, our biggest area of need potentially because, I mean, we had Gary Harris playing the 3 a lot last year, and Franz was playing some 3. And then who else was playing the 3?
I mean, Franz should be 3.
Yeah. I mean, but Franz is 6'10". We forget about that. He can play the 3.
We're about to have 3 6'10" guys in the starting lineup.
I like that.
And that's all good.
But I'm
that's
just
the way
saying,
it is now.
I think other NBA heads around the league would like this trade. And I think if the front office could pull it off, they'd probably do it. I don't think you and I are the biggest fans of OG Anunoby because we haven't watched a lot of them, but I think people would probably do this trade.
I need to look into why he's called Og. That's all I need to know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's not a name.
All right. Next is these 2 are taken from our post on the last trade cage.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's for Kyle Moran. Awesome name out there, Kyle. Much respect. This is a 3-team trade. Orlando gets Lillard, Jeremy Grant, and the number 7 pick from Portland. Portland gets Bamba and Harris in sign-in trades, apparently. Bol Isaac, the number 1 pick, the 2025 top 3 protected from Orlando. Detroit gets Suggs, the number 32 pick, and the 2023 lottery protected first from Orlando. What do we think? Pich is shaking his head out there. Are we going to like any of these trades, Pich?
I mean, look, Kyle's just trying to find a way to get us Lillard and trying to turn Portland into the Portland Magic, apparently. I don't know what the thought process is on this one. He must have tried to figure this out money-wise to figure out how this would all work out. I don't see why Portland would want to get involved in this necessarily. It just seems bizarre. This is basically us giving up our whole bench and some sign. It's insane. But clearly, Kyle, he gave it some thought. I'll give him that. He definitely went deep and figured out spots. But I think we give up too much here, especially with our 2023 pick.
What?
Going away.
You think we give up too much?
We're giving up too much in this deal.
No way.
We're giving up a ton of stuff.
I mean, we're getting Damian Lillard.
Well, we're getting rid of Suggs and Isaac and we're signing and trading Bamba and Harris, and our number 1 overall pick goes away. It goes to Portland.
That's fair.
We get no new guy this year, right? Or we get number 7 from Portland.
We get number 7.
Number
that could be
7.
Keegan Murray.
It could be.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee of that. We've said we like the top 3, and then we like that next top 3, and then after that, and that's puts us in a position that we were in last year in the draft. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they like a guy enough, like if they like Shaden Sharp and they thought he was going to be there at 7, but this is too bizarre. Like this one's all over the place. Props to you for trying to put this together. If you put this into the trade machine and it came out right, money-wise, props to you.
Yeah.
But if you're just coming up with this because you wanted to find a way to get Lillard and Horace's nephew on the team, it's a good idea in principle, but I think we're giving up a little too much across the board here.
This is a lot. Bull would have to be a sign and trade as well. So there's 3 sign and trades involved in this deal, and that
I just don't think Portland would do this.
No, yeah, I don't think. I think they have one more year of Lillard staying with the crew.
Yeah, they're keeping Dame.
They got to figure it out. They're on the clock. If they don't get it figured out this year, then I think Lillard will be on the block. If they don't start well, maybe at the trade deadline, but definitely at the end of the season.
The best part of that deal for them is the number 1 pick, and then they get another one later, and then they would be getting protected. Isaac, who, if he comes back and is playing very well, that's almost unfair. No,
I don't think Portland would do this. It'd be crazy to do it.
I don't think Detroit needs to get in on it for what they're getting either.
Last hypothetical. Pich will be so glad when these are done. This is the last one because then we have. We do have. I was going to say then we have the draft, but this continues after the draft. Pich, I'm sorry. A little bit. Jake Smith said, "How about this trade? Magic receive pick number 3, pick 17, pick 31, and a 2025 Nets first-round pick, and the Rockets receive pick 1 and pick 35." So this is just a little musical chairs of picks. If the Rockets really love Chet or Jabari and they think we're going to take them.
Well, I like this one.
Yeah.
Because I like pick 3, as I've mentioned several times. Yeah. And if the Rockets are willing to make that swap just to get the number 1 pick, I think you'd be stupid not to do this one. There's enough other parts here, and we wouldn't even necessarily have to draft pick 3, 17, and 31. We could then move one of those picks to someone else. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of capital in this one, and I love the look of that Nets 2025 first-round pick because the Nets are about to stink.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. I mean, this is an interesting musical chairs of picks. It's crazy to me to think, though, that we get the luck of getting that number 1 overall pick and we really trade out of it. I just don't see us actually trading out of that pick.
You need to still look at this as luck. Yeah. Like you said earlier, we are in the position to make that choice. If we were at number 3, we would be on the reverse end of this and think, do we want to trade up just to get that number 1 pick or just be settled with the 3? And this is the price of what it would cost us. Yeah. And we don't want that. But we would be the benefactor here. Don't look at it as we're losing the number 1 overall pick. We're still getting a top 3 player and additional capital.
Right.
And I think that might be the best move for the Magic in this draft if they're not sure 100% on one guy.
The only thing is, Pich, I agree with you there, is that if we get any more picks this year, I mean, we have to trade them because we'd still have we have the number 32 pick. So if this happened, we'd have the number 3, the number 17, the number 31, and the number 32 this year.
Right.
That's a lot with the amount of young guys we already have on this bench. We'd have to have a plan to move those.
But we've got to move. We've got to move the torch.
Yeah.
Right. His contract's not ending. We have to trade him somewhere.
All right.
You throw in one of these picks and T. Ross, and now all of a sudden you can get a good piece back.
Maybe.
I think. I think there's some options here, and also with all those sign and trade guys as being a possibility, and you give them a draft pick kicker. Boop. Okay. I think we're then a player for a good player from another team. Maybe Jeremy Grant comes in that way.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about Jeremy Grant last episode. He's on the last year, so I just get worried about taking a 1-year rental on a guy who probably wants to now, and he's entering like the winning phase of his career.
But they usually play the best in that contract year where they want to prove that they're going to ball out to get that contract. So even if he didn't re-sign with us, he would ball out with us next year. And you know what? I want more guys out there that are balling out.
Amen to that.